wondered why homes in magazines or on design shows on TV look so amazing? One of the reasons is because there is no clutter. Everything is in its place, everything looks like it's supposed to be there, but there's nothing extra that you don't need. People try to sell their homes. Do you see clutter in the listing? No. Is this the reality of how people live? No, of course not. We all live with some version of clutter, but there is a difference between being able to clean up your clutter in 5 minutes and feeling like you're drowning in it and you're so overwhelmed. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how decluttering your home is going to change the game for you when it comes to raising happy and healthy kids and not kind of losing yourself in the process. So if that is something that you're interested in, make sure you keep watching. But first, hello and welcome. My name is Julie. I hold a doctorate in occupational therapy and I coach moms to go from feeling overwhelmed, frazzled, chaotic, anxious even, to feeling calm and confident in their parenting. My goal is for you to really enjoy your children. As I always say, childhood does not keep, which means that time is of the essence, people. We really want to be enjoying our kids when they are so little and so precious. Not that they're not precious as they get older, but there is something magical about those first 7 years of life. I, in fact, actually have 3 kids, not 4, just 3, age 7 and younger. So I am really in this early phase of childhood right alongside with you, sharing what I've learned from my professional background as well as my own personal experience being a mom for 7.5 years. And I would love to have you along on this journey. I also put out podcasts and newsletters every week, and I'm very active on Instagram. So go over there, say hello, send me ideas and topics for things that you would like me to talk about. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the little, the little red button down there somewhere. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you know when a new video of mine is uploaded. Make sure to like this video because it really supports the channel to grow, which is all about what we're aiming to do around here. And with all of that said, let's dive into the video about why decluttering will literally change the way that you parent for the better. All right, so let's state the obvious. When you declutter your life, you literally free up space. Now, we underestimate how powerful our environment is and how it can really hinder or help our mental state. I talk a lot about this because as an occupational therapist, we're all about the environment. If you're an occupational therapist or you know one, let me know down in the comments below. But they are all focused on your environment helping you or hindering you. When you free up space, you create opportunities to think of new things, you have less mental clutter, and overall you feel more calm. And clearly that will impact how you parent your children, how you can be more patient, and how you can model to them the type of behavior that you would like to see reflected back to you. Again, another obvious one, but something that we underestimate. When you have less inventory, when you have less stuff, whether that is like digital stuff on a computer, for example, but more importantly, big stuff in your physical environment, there is less stuff to clean up. There's less stuff to maintain, pay attention for, to pay for, all this kind of stuff. And it means that you can do a quick tidy in 5 or 10 minutes, no problem. It's not a big deal. It's part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or making your bed. When you have less things and you have thoughtfully decluttered your space, you buy less. From the fridge, where you can actually see what's inside and not overbuy things that you already have and waste money when things go off or bad, to finding things that you would normally have lost in your clutter, like keys, anybody, or you lost that water bottle cap or something, that extra pair of shoes or a rain jacket. You know, often we don't realize what we even have and we go out and repurchase an item only to find it a few months later. Kind of the worst feeling ever. So when you have less things, you can just manage what's going on so much better, which means that you'll be less stressed and your home will be more calm and you'll be more calm with your kids. I think this is something that people don't think about, but this idea of almost forced creativity. When you live with less and you have less in your home and you have less solutions for things, this is an opportunity for you to get very creative. I notice this a lot when we travel, when we only have our hand luggage or just a small suitcase. We don't have all of our luxury, creature of comforts kind of items, we have to get creative. We have to figure out how to do things that we might not have to do in an environment where you can just click and the thing arrives at your door. And so I think this builds a level of resilience and resourcefulness that is really lacking in today's society, if I'm being honest. And I think it's really, really important that we give ourselves opportunity for a little bit of a challenge. And the byproduct of that is that you have less things anyway. It's just so much better all around. I spoke about this on my travel video, so make sure you go and look at that. I'll have a link up here and down below in the description. But when you live with less, you create an environment where your children are more grateful for the things that you have. Now, don't get me wrong, I love spoiling my children. I love giving them gifts that they will really enjoy. I even give them things, I never thought I would do this, but things that maybe I don't necessarily want them to have, but it's something that they would really, really enjoy for birthdays or Christmas or something like that. But when you overbuy and you create clutter in your home, they lose their meaning. The things are not as valuable to kids anymore, and they're less grateful for them. And I want to raise children that are grateful for the things that they have. I don't know about you. On that same note, when you live with less, you realize that you actually can, and you start to raise human beings that are less materialistic. You start to raise people that may be more focused on having fun experiences and spending quality time versus spending money and always acquiring new toys or books or gadgets and gizmos that oftentimes they play with for a week and then they kind of forget because it's just too overwhelming for them. Something that I really noticed when we focused on paring down our possessions and just having less out and just less and fewer toys in general was that my kids were actually able to clean up. For a long time I was like, why wouldn't they tidy up? I asked them to go tidy up, and okay, fine, no one really wants to tidy up sometimes. I get it. But part of the reason why they were struggling was because it was very overwhelming. For a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, they didn't know where to start. It was too big for them to lift up, or there was just too many things. Their little brains looked at the mess on the floor and thought, there's no way that I can do this. But I knew from school and playgroups and even other people's homes that my children were capable of picking things up and putting them away. So I knew they could physically do it, and that they could follow the instruction. And then I realized at home that it was because the way I'd set up the environment was not optimal for them because we had too many things. Now, having children that can independently go and clean up their toys without me even telling them to do it, can't even tell you. I have some videos on my Instagram showing you this process, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. But my 7-year-old now can go and take everything he needs out of a cupboard and put it all back without me even asking. And let me tell you, if that is not a parenting gift from the gods, I don't know what is. Along the lines of having your children be able to tidy up is your partner or your spouse. Now, I don't know about you, but this is something that we kind of bicker about in our marriage, where one of us is tidier than others. I won't name any names, but it causes a lot of conflict. And when you have less things and it's easier for everyone in the house, not just your kids, not just you, it's a no-brainer to put things back when it's easy to open the cabinets. Things are not falling out. There's a place for everything. Everybody knows where everything is. There's less opportunities for arguments and frustration. You can find things more easily. And when those moments do happen of, do you know where this is? Or I don't know where that is. Or I can't find this. It's not like happening all the time. So you have more patience and tolerance for it. And that makes for a much happier family environment. So if you're convinced that decluttering your life will create a happier family environment for you, and it 100% will, then make sure that you download my crash course below. It's a free mini training that I've put together just to help you get started on your decluttering journey. It's really looking at what is happening in your day and where are the loopholes, where can you be more efficient, what can you discard. As I like to say, I have a mini framework that I talk about, which is to delegate, delete, or defer. Where do those things all fit in? How can you organize your life in a way that makes so much more sense, that is more streamlined, where you feel less stressed, and where you can parent from a place of calmness and patience? Decluttering your life is more than just going through your wardrobe and picking out things that no longer make you feel your best. I really want to help you learn the principles and foundation for how to structure your life so that you can make changes long term, and you can raise your kids with this in mind and teach them the valuable skills so that when they are old enough to be on their own, they're able to streamline their lives as well. So how about you? When last did you declutter? Do you ever feel the urge to do it, or just does it feel so overwhelming that you don't even know where to begin? I would love to be able to help you. Let me know down in the comments. And as always, I would be so appreciative if you go and click that subscribe button, check off that little notification bell, give this video a big thumbs up, and share it with anyone who may need it right now. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, Mama, you got this.